I heard people
But
were upset that this was Damien.
really, I've seen a lot of. I don't know. It feels like Robin is a no-win character. We don't
Sure.
have a
Yeah.
Robin. People are like, "Give me a Damien," and then we get a Damien, and then people are like, "Give me a Dick or whatever."
Dick.
Wow, give me a dick.
Small talk.
Welcome everybody to this week's episode of Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. I'm your host Dylan, as always joined by my two co-hosts Sean and Eddie Money Mendez, with some special Jesus Eddie. Sorry, we'll try not keep you awake here tonight too long, but
Hey, it's
we
6:30, bro. Come on.
we're also joined by a couple special guests here. We got Marco16Fix.
Hey guys,
How's it
thanks for
going?
having me. Yeah, doing great today. Thank you.
And then we got good old Brenton. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, good. I'm just glad to be here.
Good to have you guys on. And Marco, you're on here for a very specific reason. We'll get into that here in a little bit.
We're talking about Venom today, right?
Just pure venom. No, you just recently decided to open up your Razor Crest. You kind of fell for the peer pressure. I kind of feel bad, but I also don't because you have one.
Yeah,
But-
no, I didn't. It was something that I always intended to do, but I was definitely back and forth on what exactly to do with it, and I think everyone gave me the push that I needed. Let's say that.
Yeah, good. I'm excited to see it. I will be honest, I have not seen like an unboxing or review or anything. And real quick, you said you did record something that you probably will be posting, is that right?
Yeah, I unboxed this thing about 15 minutes before we went live, and I recorded just a little 10-minute video of me just opening the box, taking the pieces out, just so I could document like that process and how it was packaged. But yeah, pretty impressed. So excited to show it off today.
Cool. Yeah, we're excited. We'll have you do that pretty quick here. Let me go through the chat real quick. Toy Mafia, Badfish, Punisher, David Jones. He says NECA posted the price for the Secret of the Ooze movie Turtle 4-pack at $150. That's not god awful for a 4-pack. And then the accessories at $60 for it. And then we added a couple last second things from them there too. And then Erwin, John Ortiz, how's it going, guys? Good to have you guys join. Alvin, Badfish, your package is out from that you had won a couple shows ago, so sorry about the delay there, but he had an updated address that we had to get out to, and man, there is definitely a difference in international shipping. I always forget about it for whatever reason. I'm like, it's not that bad going to Canada, but it was a significant difference from what I had remembered. So I apologize. I chose the slower shipping method. But Mark, good in all ways. Good in all Mark. He said, what is he talking about here? He said not god awful, but was 100 before pandemic. Also,
I think
God
that
is
was the
good all
turtles. Because you can get the two packs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're releasing that special edition pack like the first San Diego Comic-Con pack, and I think that one was 150.
Yeah. And just overall, I think obviously before then it's gone up. Everything's gone up obviously during COVID times anyways, so we're seeing it across the board. But so Marco, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this first since I've kind of got it broken out into small pieces. Can I show off the carded figures first, and then that'll help me,
Whatever your heart desires.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
You do you and tell us what you want us to do if you need anything from us.
Sounds good. So let me show these off here.
Well,
Let me try to
let's,
move the ring light here.
Well,
So we're
that's
not
not
getting
what
as
I was
much
gonna
glare, but yeah. So this is the Grogu carded figure. Now I don't have these. Would be classified as vintage series, right? Is that the correct term?
Yes,
Correct.
you are
so-
correct.
All right. So yeah, I have no
Look at the
vintage series
chrome,
figures,
baby.
but it's
Yeah.
pretty cool, pretty chromed out. So
That
I know these were
paint is
going
awesome.
for.
What is
Yeah.
the little circle thing he comes with?
That's a good
I
question.
thought it was
It's
one of Zach's macarons, but I don't think it is.
looking up close at it, I really can't tell, to be honest with you. So.
Is that
Oh,
the
it's the
knob?
cup. It's the soup cup.
Okay. Good call, Eddie. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is pretty sweet. I was as I mentioned, I was considering maybe selling it because it was going for so much, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll sell the carded figures to subsidize the cost of it. But I don't know. After having these carded figures in hand, I'm like pretty stoked off of them. This one's got the egg as well.
That's so
So
cool, man.
yeah,
And soft
pretty
goods
sweet.
on the Jawa, right? The
yeah,
off-roll
soft goods
Jawa.
on there.
Yep.
Yeah, so it looks really awesome. So if you guys have any recommendations
And-
for like cases to buy to, to put them in plastic or something, would love that.
And
What was
the,
that, Eddie?
Oh, actually, Mario buys really good cases. You should ask him. I don't know. Ask
I
Mario.
don't talk to him
has-
anymore. But
Oh, yeah. he
no,
has to see-
I'll reach out tomorrow.
Wow. It's gonna be awkward at Disney, but okay.
Right? When we see him at Disneyland, it's gonna be really awkward.
Yeah, he told me to buy some, and I really liked them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was
Thank you for that
hilarious.
And then it comes obviously with Mando, which yeah,
So
I think
I thought he was carded for some reason.
yeah, the Mando is just in the
No
plastic
love.
pouch. So
He's
that's
chromed
kind of
out too, huh? That's dope, man.
not really.
Not as
he's
much?
not as chromed out. No, I think it's
Oh.
just the reflection from my ring light.
Oh, okay.
But he still looks good though. So got some good detail. But yeah, under that light, he shines a bit more.
You know what's cool about your
mhm.
carded figures? They're unpunched.
Yeah.
So
You're right,
so you
that's
got to
the-
keep those crispy, dude. Those are gonna be.
So I should push it. I should push it right now. Right?
Don't
No, I'm
do
joking.
that,
I'm kidding. Come on, I'm an
How-
old school collector, bro.
What is the shape that those are in? Are they in pretty good shape?
Yeah, they come in the styrofoam like pretty well packed, and they come double wrapped, so they're in good shape. Yeah, there's no dings on those. That's what I was like most concerned with. I was like, I don't know where these are going to be placed within the package, and so I was opening very carefully. So some other things. Oh, go ahead.
I think the Dorklair guys were talking about what he uses for protectors for those. He said they're not cheap. I think
Okay.
Bill was talking about it on the I think it would have been like 2 or 3 episodes ago when they unboxed theirs. So I've only heard like the radio, or like the audio of people unboxing it. But yeah, I would check with them. I think there's something on Amazon that he has bought before for protecting them there. We got a couple other guys joining in the chat here. What's up? We got Dennis and Eddie. Jesus. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, not at all. Thank you for that advice. And then it comes with a pack of like all the guns and all the stuff that goes in the ship. Like it's pretty loaded in terms of things that it comes with. I don't know how well you can see that there, but it's
Yeah.
got all kinds of shit in there. So I'm excited to bust this open. But like the pieces are so freaking small that I'm a bit worried about, something falling out. But let me see what else I want to show off before we actually show the ship. I haven't put on the guns yet, so there's the front guns.
Oh.
And then the last one, and then we'll
nice
put my
paint.
phone into and then he comes with 4
Ooh.
adversaries in the kryptonite carbonite. Excuse me. Oof,
Are
we're about to get
are those
canceled.
pretty solid or are they hollow?
They are. They are hollow, but
Okay.
it's decent quality. Like it doesn't feel like it would break. So
Have you put them in the ship yet?
not at all. Like I said, I just busted the ship open. So so let me
got this fucking thing.
Let me do this. Let me bring my phone into the stream. Let's do this.
Oh. Little hand cam action, eh?
And apologize, guys, ahead of time. I got a cold again somehow. I feel like my 6-1 this calendar year already. So if you see me blowing my schnozzle tooth, that's why.
Let's see.
Do you need the link again, Marco?
No, I've
to
actually
join in
got
here?
it here. Give me 1 second, and let me just make sure we've got the correct camera.
Okay.
Sorry, this is real. Back
Oh, no.
camera. Boom. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, well, talk amongst yours. Ask me questions while I pull this out.
Selling it for
sell me
parts,
your
boys.
Superman.
Oh,
Gigi
wow,
says selling it for
GG.
parts.
How dare you? Okay, let's see. RC, and we'll go settings.
GG, what's up? I was hoping someone was listening to that. I don't know where I got that from.
So let me turn this camera.
Okay, and then
I got it.
okay.
Look at that detail.
Wow.
Amazing figure. That shit is insane, dude.
That is crazy.
That
Damn.
paint
Nice.
job.
Making me real jealous right now.
That's so much better than I thought that they would
Yeah, I
do
know,
with
right?
the paint job.
Nice sculpt.
Holy shit.
Look at the cargo.
Does everything feel solid? So I heard some people were having some issues like with the landing gear. Have you checked out any ears? Like they're kind of crooked. Oh, I suppose he can't hear us.
Yeah,
I like the stand.
Sorry, guys. I
escape
was talking to
pod.
myself over here.
Oh,
Can you
no,
hear me
that's
all
fine.
right?
Escape pod.
It's
Yeah,
on
we
the
can
top
hear.
there with that
That's
little.
oh yeah, right there.
It's
right?
got amazing weathering.
Look at the flap.
So I think this should open. I'm not, so there's like a lot of pieces that open. So like this, for
Yeah.
instance, just pops right off.
Sure.
And I'm feeling a lot of other panels, so I think this right here comes open. So pretty,
Now it
pretty
opens.
fucking detailed.
Sounded violent.
Yeah.
I really like that stand.
Yeah, that stand is cool.
This is probably my most regretted HasLab to not back.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I think me
Yeah.
too. Me too. Gigi said, Marco, did you pay your tax for this?
Don't worry about it, Gigi.
Wow.
Oh, she's gonna come in there.
Escaping taxes, eh?
That's right. No, it's paid up. Come on. What do I look like?
Maybe there's a Gigi tax that you gotta cover.
That's right. An extra one. I think my biggest concern on this is where the hell I'm going to put it, though.
You know what? You're coming down to SoCal. I could take care of that for you if you.
I hold on. Go to the jets on the engine to the left, right to the left of you, real quick.
Yeah.
That weathering there
Oh yeah.
looks
Yeah.
amazing.
It really does. Like I am very impressed by all the weathering, all the details in this. I just thought it would look like a plasticky toy was my biggest fear.
Yep.
And to a certain extent, it does. But I think they've done a really good job of adding as much weathering and detail as they possibly could.
It might be cool to see if you can get like a piece 3D printed for like the thrusters for the engine, like kind of have like a blue like flame coming out of them for the thrusters.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that would be really sweet. So you can see the detail in here.
Just put your phone inside it, and we'll feel like we're inside the Razor
There
Crest.
you go. Hold on. Let me try it like this.
That's true. That is pretty cool, though.
Look at
Yeah,
all the
even the
details,
detail
man.
inside, I didn't expect them to pull that out. So that net, is that what you pull up, and that's like the weapons wall or whatever?
I think you're right. I hadn't really thought about that, but I think you're 100% correct.
That is not the way it does it in the show. In the show, it's
Isn't
to
it
the
like
left of that net, where that
Let's see.
cargo area is. No, I mean like directly on the same side to the left.
Oh, I see. Oh, this has a
Oh.
pop down. So let's see.
Yeah.
Let's mess with this.
That might be right, Eddie.
That's a cargo. It's like a pantry of weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think
Or
you're
is that
right,
where
but I
he
need
keeps
to-
the carbonite people?
That could be too. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for my crappy camera
That's
work
okay.
there, but
Do they have
No,
that little
that's-
room where Grogu slept or was kept?
I think it would be like over here. Let's see.
On the opposite.
It's on the backside, right?
Yeah, should be straight ahead there.
Right here.
Equan
so. I
already
think
sold
that's it.
3
I
of
think that's
his.
it right
Oh, I should have contacted him to sell.
Equan bought 3.
He had more than that. Yeah, he had 5, I think.
Jeez.
Wow, Equan.
What
How
a
much you sell
baller.
them for?
I'm sure.
Wait.
I'm sure enough to pay off the ones he's keeping.
Yeah, so that's what I should have done. But at the time I was kind of iffy on dropping that much money without knowing the quality. But
This
I
is
think I
funny.
would definitely drop a backup project again.
Mark said, GG, in America, if a vehicle is confiscated, you keep 100% of sale price. Also PayPal ready.
That is true.
Damn.
Yeah, that looks good. Oh man,
Did this reach all the tiers?
yes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then some.
And then some, sir. Yes.
They had to literally make up tiers at the end for it because it hit them all so, like, it blew them all out of the water towards the end so bad.
Well, it got funded within like a week, though, didn't it? It was like
Yeah.
crazy fast.
Anything else that anyone else wants to see on here before I take this out?
I mean, it's no Rancor.
That's a good point. It is not that Rancor.
That, I think that's pretty well done. So what do you know if you're gonna like display it on the stand or you're gonna hang it up?
Yeah, so I've got up here kind of a dead space between my Mando helmet, and I used to have the lightsaber above the TV, so I will probably just put it right there above the TV. It might be a little too big though, so I'm interested to see, but
Yeah,
That's
I was
the,
gonna say that's a lot of real estate.
that's the initial location for sure.
Nice little setup you have there, buddy.
Yeah, don't
Thanks, bro.
reenact season 2.
Yeah, right. So, all right, I'm gonna take this off, but we can come back to it if there's more questions or what do you guys? You want me to take it around the side?
Go down. I want to. I guess we'll see the door, just like the cargo bay door, the big door, real quick. What that looks like from the back. Yeah. Okay.
There's a left side door too, isn't there?
That's a good question.
There is a left
so
side
this
door.
left.
It would be
Let's
farther up front, I think.
No, right here.
Did
on
it come
the
with
jet.
direction? Did it come
It's
with
right here
directions
on
or
the
anything,
exact-
Marco?
Right here.
did come with directions.
See how there's that seam? That whole thing pops down.
Oh, okay. Yep,
I
see
see
it.
the door there.
To the left more, right?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that whole thing I think comes down. But that does too, yes. That's the weapons case right there, I think.
Oh, okay, that would make sense.
It opens like a pantry door. And then Sean was right, the other one is the carbonite whatever it is,
Erwin-
carbonite something.
Erwin says, "Let's see
Oh,
the
nice.
cockpit," but I know you've been kind of trying to get that open. If you want to read up on how to do that first, Marco, that's fine.
Yeah.
How many of the carbonite figures do you get?
You get
was
4
full.
total.
Yeah, I think. It's
Can you
full.
tell who they are?
Yeah, you can. Here, let me see. Let me pull them up here.
We only saw
That-
the one, right?
So that's
Like,
Cara Dune. No, I'm joking. I don't know who that is. So there's 2 of them that I couldn't tell at all. This guy looks familiar. Like he might be from.
It's Luke.
Yeah, right. But the other 2 looked familiar. So let me grab those 2.
Yeah, I forget that blue guy's name.
He's like a Mithril or something like that.
Mithril.
Horatio, Horatio Sands. I think that's
looks like
who that
him.
is. And then Greedo's cousin.
Yep.
What is this race called or species?
Hell
I
if
can't
know.
remember off the top
Oh,
of
no,
my
they
head.
shot first.
Yeah,
Let me
so
look it up really quick.
yeah, that's that. It's quite.
That's
It's
really
pretty
awesome, man.
massive. Oh, thank you.
He
It's
is
pretty freaking
a
massive.
Rhodian or Rodian.
Oh, there you go.
R-O-D-I-A-N.
Let us know if you get the cockpit off and
Yeah, let me mess with it while we're talking here, and then I'll
Sure.
bring it back up or something.
Okay. All right. Well, in the meantime, Sean, if you want to go over what you got new since the last show.
Yeah, I got quite a bit. So I got Eye Guy from Lightning Collection with his little companion piece here. I was thinking about doing a whitewash on him just to make it look a little cooler because it's just like a big piece of plastic, white plastic on there. The next thing I got, which I was kind of disappointed about just because the way I bought it, but I went ahead and opened them just because Marco inspired me. So Target had a 20% off for the Circle members or whatever, and I didn't see the Circle part, so I bought them anyway and paid full price. But America Chavez and Wong from the Multiverse of Madness,
Wong's really good looking figure.
Yeah,
I've seen him in person a couple times. They really killed the likeness on that dude.
That's also the first one in Marvel Legends.
I think that's the one we said was the best one out of that wave by far.
Yes, definitely. He does come with his 2 of his little magic pieces. And then the other cool accessory that he has is a sword.
So what's your overall thoughts going back to the Lightning Collection eyeball dude?
Yeah, I really like him. I wish it wasn't just like a big giant piece of white plastic, because even on his head here, like on these little tendril pieces right here, there is some kind of shading at least on that, and then everything else is just kind of just has like the eyes around it and stuff. So, but I really liked him. This is one of my favorite monsters from Power Rangers. His eye can close. You can pull that down like that.
Hell yes.
And
Jaw
then
that moves, baby.
And then the little clear piece here comes off just like his little companion piece right here. So it just kind of pops in. There's little notches in there on the sides. So if you wanted to, you can put this piece on there as well. So I mean, I've been really happy with all the monster pieces that they've come out with. I need to jump on Finster still because I think he's one of the cooler villains that they.
Is that a gay dating app?
What?
No, Finster.
Bro, we bundle of sticks.
Oh my god. The next thing I got in, which they're definitely not small, and they're not figures, but I got these PS4 or PS5 shoes in PG.
Nice.
Right here. Got the PS5 logo there.
I like the swoosh location too, kind of on the back heel. That seems like a little more unique.
I was saying in like the Patreon chat and on our chat that if my feet were just a little bit smaller, I'd totally be a sneakerhead and be collecting sneakers. But since they're so big, I could rarely find them, and I just don't want to collect them just to collect them. I actually want to wear them. And then the last thing I got in was Wolfman, the black and white version.
So you have the black and white version of all the other Universal monsters, is that right?
The only one I don't have is the Mummy, because I don't believe it's out yet. But I picked up the regular Mummy release just to have it, just in case I missed out. So there's one head sculpt.
That's kind of crazy detail right there too.
Yeah, and then there's the open mouth, the growling head sculpt.
It's really cool. I thought I heard that actor did his own makeup for that.
And then it comes with it comes with several extra feet, which I don't really like the wolf feet because they have like this kind of rounded bottom. But then you can see right here, like on the bottom of the where like it kind of goes up to the toes right here. It bends upwards, so he's kind of standing on his toes there. Several extra hands. There's 3 extra human hands. And then it comes with, I can't remember what this is called, but like the bear trap. So it comes with that. And honestly, right now, this is my favorite release from the monsters, because all the other ones you have to buy like accessory pieces, and this has plenty of accessories to come with it. The cane's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the cane.
But yeah, I think he's my favorite so far. I'm just waiting for the black and white mummy to really decide. But I'm gonna go in on those accessory pieces that's coming in. So
I wonder what they could do for an accessory pack for this guy.
maybe the girl.
Yeah, that's possible.
But,
So that head sculpt looks pretty good overall, I thought. Does it
Yeah.
look like good in person?
Yeah, I got a really clean one. I was real happy about it. I was actually looking for this and is it Darmona? Is that how you say her name from Gargoyles? But I couldn't find her. The next day, one did show up, so I just went a day late, but they didn't have any more of the Wolfman, so I'm just glad I went when I did. But yeah, there's the head sculpt. It's done really, really well.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, Sean, I missed it. What was the price? What do these run?
I got it at Target 34, I think it is. $34.99, something like that.
Not terrible.
No. Kind of seems like that's just like the going rate for these guys right now, and which is cool because they're really cool figures. I mean, I was happy to pay the price on the Frankenstein and on the Mummy. So, which I actually paid a little bit more because it was from another shop. So, but I'm just glad to have them. So, and that was it for me. Oh, my Toy Biz Iron Man will be coming in tomorrow, so we'll have that for next show.
Oh, nice. Mine's coming from Hasbro Pulse, so I won't get that for probably another 2 months.
No, like mine's coming from Pulse too. I was
What?
supposed to have it. So I was supposed to have mine on Monday, but for whatever reason, Hasbro never updated my information when I moved. Like they updated it on the account, but they didn't update any shipping or anything like that. And they're like, "Oh, well, you're supposed to do that." But she was like, "Okay, well, but I'm gonna go ahead and take care of it for you right now." And I'm like, "Why couldn't y'all have just done that when I changed my stuff in the first place?" But so I have a thing going with FedEx right now, seeing if they can find it or not. But Hasbro did issue me a replacement, so that'll be in tomorrow.
Awesome. Okay.
You guys are talking about the one,
The retro,
the new
the
one,
retro
right?
Iron Man.
That comes with those new stands and the
Mm-hmm.
or
Backdrop,
Like the old,
yep.
Yeah. Okay.
From Hasbro.
You kept saying Toy
PulseCon.
Biz, and I was like, "Where the fuck are you getting a
That's
Toy
what it's
Biz?"
Well,
like
it's like
themed after.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a retro. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Are you getting all of them, or you just have the Iron Man right now?
I have the Iron Man, and the cap is on order still.
Nice.
So
Nice. Eddie, what about you? What'd you get new? I think you had kind of a
I bought a bunch of shit today.
yeah. Let's see.
Uh,
What do you got?
This one was from a couple days ago. Everybody was all hyped on the Batman, and they were buying that McFarlane bike, so I wanted to buy a bike, and this one was on sale on Amazon, so I bought the White Knight bike. But this shit is huge. I mean, look at how fucking.
How
And it was
how much was
$17
that?
bucks. It
That
was
is
$17
awesome.
bucks after
Yeah.
tax and shipping. But look at my fucking forearm, like that thing's crazy, dude. It has a erect function. Look at that.
Wow.
It's like not
And he's-
impressed, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
hard as a rock. But
He's a grower, not a shit.
this is dope, man. And he sits on it good. He got his leg like a little kickstand, but. The only thing that could take it to the next level, I think, is if I was like Zach and could do some weathering and stuff on it. Maybe I'll try it at some point, but it's pretty badass. I had the White Knight in storage, and I was like, I might as well get the bike to go with him because I really like. There's a statue coming out that I really like, and I couldn't justify spending $2,000 on it, so I was like, I'll get this, and I'm glad I did it. The wheels roll real smooth, and they're like rubber wheels, and
That's what I was just gonna ask if they were rubber.
yeah. They're rubber wheels, and got like good detail in the engine part and the exhaust pipes, and it's pretty cool, man. I like it a lot. So I got that one. And then I did pick up today the Batman bike.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Bat
nice.
cycle. So
Where'd
This
you find
one
that?
cycle, not the drifter bike, right?
yeah, I got this at Target today. $30. It's good prices, man. It's huge too. It's good size. The weathering is insane. I really like the paint that they did on the exhaust pipes. It's really
Can we
cool.
Get a forearm comparison.
This one's not as impressive. It's just the hand there. But so we got rubber wheels. These ones have like the cooler rims and like brake. I think those are brake pads or some kind of shit. But the weathering is probably the badass part, and the exhaust pipe, the paint on the exhaust and stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's gonna go with the Mezco Batman that I pre-ordered. So I have that on pre-order, and then I don't know if I'll get anything else from the movie. I do want a Batmobile from there, but that'll probably be where I stop. I keep looking at the Penguin McFarlane figure, but I just don't think it looks good enough to
Yeah.
get it, because I really love Penguin, but I'm not a
It's
fan
the
of figure.
weakest of them, I think, for sure.
Yeah, and I don't care to have Catwoman, and I really don't want Riddler at all, so
You have
it
Batman,
might stop
right?
at the Batman. Huh?
You have it, or you have the Batman already?
No, I'm not going to get the McFarlane one. I'm going to wait for the Mezco one. I pre-ordered the Mezco one. I think that one's the best in 1/12 scale that they got. Even though we have teases for other ones. Oh, yeah. My forearm isn't.
There's Mario. Mario, I need you to DM me a link so I can protect my carded figures. What do you use to protect these, Mario?
Oh yeah. I don't know if that's an insult or not, Eddie, but it sounds like you should be offended by having short, stubby ass forearms.
Everybody's a shit talker, dude.
Casual nerd
I actually
problems.
have pretty fucking long arms. I measured them the other day. I'm not being a dick or anything, but my buddy, he's like 6'3", and I was at his house, and we were measuring our wingspan in the fucking hallway, because he was saying if you go against your wingspan, if you have a long wingspan, it should be longer than your actual height, and I think my wingspan's like 3 inches longer than my actual height, so go fuck yourself, Mario. I got this tie log, which I said I wasn't gonna get, but
shit.
I
I
saw
was
it at the
wondering.
store, and I really want to support this line, so I was like, "Fuck it." But I don't know if I'm gonna take it out of the box, honestly, because these figures are too big, man. But that effect
They
is
are
really
huge.
cool.
What
I
is
saw
the
that
effect?
and it's I don't know what it's supposed to represent, because I don't remember tie log in the show, but
Yeah, I don't either.
it's just like a cool blasting effect. But yeah, I want to support the line, so I got it. I might keep this one in box forever until they give us different wings or something, but I'll get all of them, you know.
You found that at Target too?
Yeah,
Shit, I gotta get out.
they had a bunch of them, dude. So if
Yeah,
you
he's been
want
around.
it, let me know. I can go back, grab another one. They had a bunch of those. They only had one of the Bat Cycle. And then for Bricks and Brews, I went to Lego store today because I need a set. And I don't know what these are called, these little sets, but it's just like a little minifigure set with a little bit of like it has a control center or like a little speeder or something, and it has the clones. I got it for the clones.
Yeah.
It has a phase 1 shiny and a phase 1 lieutenant. It says 3 of them, so I'm guessing it's 2 shinies and 1 lieutenant. But yeah, that's cool. They're only one. Oh yeah, it shows on the back there. They only allow 1 per person, so I might have to go back another day and buy another one, because I wouldn't mind. That's like what I love to collect mostly for Lego is the Clone Wars stuff. So I got that, and then I got this. Poke myself in the fucking eye.
Wow,
Sonic the
that
Hedgehog
is
set.
sick. Holy
Yeah.
That's
shit.
awesome.
That was calling.
Is that
to
for the
me,
movie?
man. Oh, this
No, that
is,
looks
from the
video.
game.
That's like the video
That's
game.
the
From
game.
the first game.
That's
You
like
doing
a
that for
perfect
Bricks and Brews
translation.
or what?
Yeah, this is this will be my next build. But it
That
comes
is
with
sick.
that whole the game, the
Holy
the
shit!
game
I
set
love
and the-
that.
and it comes with like this little display part where he has all the emeralds, all the different. So it's pretty badass. And then it comes with what's his name? Egghead. I always call him Egghead. It's not Egghead though.
Take it easy, Ben. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, that's pretty badass. I like. That
So,
a lot. I've
where'd you
wanted
get
that
the
one.
Where'd you get the Legos from?
Lego store?
Oh, God, I always forget you guys.
It
have
was
those.
$70 there. That's retail. I mean, everywhere, but it was $70, and he after like spending a certain amount of money, you get a $5 coupon off your next purchase. So they have this deal right now where if you spend $120, like at the Lego store, you get a free set, and it's is it Jane Goodall, the chick that studied the gorillas? Like the not chick, professor, doctor, scientist, I don't know what. But she
In fact, she wasn't even a chick. She was a professor.
wow. There you go. A professor chick.
I think you got the name right, Eddie.
Yeah, she did the study on gorillas. They have like this little set. If you spend $120, you get a set of her with like trees and a bunch of gorillas, and it's pretty cool, dude. I kind of was like tempted to buy the cuz I want to build the Razor Crest, and it's 120, and I was like, "Oh, if I get that, I get that little set." But I didn't end up pulling the trigger. And then one last thing, I'm still a Hot Wheel guy, and my favorite thing is vans. Preferably VW vans, but this is Guinevere from Onward, one of my favorite Pixar movies.
I
And
was gonna say you like that movie.
yeah, I do. It's like the story is about brothers and how his brother kind of raised him, and the older brother, and that's kind of how me and my middle brother were. So picked that up today. Thought that was pretty cool. I don't go with the rest of my vans back there, but that's that is everything for me, I believe.
That is a hell of a haul.
I know, man. I went from never having a haul to having a good size one.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So that figure pack or the little like figure pack of those clones of those Lego things. So how many people will that make?
Three
Okay,
minifigs. It's 2 shinies and the lieutenant.
gotcha. And then it's just super customizable, or that's just enough pieces
You
for
could
that
do-
in that tower.
No, it's just enough to do that little command center thing and the little
Okay.
speeder or whatever he's in.
It's a cool little set.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
I've
It's,
been
They're like $15, which I don't know. I'm not like a huge Lego guy, so I don't know pricing on stuff. 15 feels high. 10 would feel nicer, but it's cool.
yeah, sure. So so with my Target here, to get into like the section to look at figures or toys or whatever, I have to walk past the Lego section from like the direction that I come into the store every time, and it is hard to like not see something I want. Lately,
I
it's
know.
been like the Batmobile for me mainly, and then it's just some of the other like the Millennium Falcon and some other things. It's really hard to fight it off, but I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, I grabbed that Technic Batmobile.
Oh man, I should. Does that interest you at all, Eddie?
Not the Technic ones. The Technic ones are a little big to me, like, cause I'm gonna get. There's a 1/6 Batmobile coming out from Jazz Inc. that I'm gonna buy. He announced that he's gonna do it today, so I'm gonna get that one from the movie.
He is doing it.
Yeah, he said he's doing it. It's gonna be a very limited run, and it's gonna have some badass features, and it's numbered. It's a
Yeah.
numbered. It's gonna be badass. So I'm getting that, but the Technics are just they're too. I'd rather get. I keep looking at the small one. I don't know what they have a word for that, for like that scale in Lego. I don't know, but I keep seeing that one and being interested in like thinking like should I? But my rule with Lego was always like Star Wars vehicles or Star Wars in general. So I have like all the Star Wars, and then I went and I got the VW bus because I was like, well, I collect, but I have to get that one. And now I got the Sonic one, so I'm like going out of my realm. But the little Batmobiles tempt me. Yeah.
The Technic one's really cool though. It lights up. They have 2 light
Yeah.
up bricks in it.
Yeah, I see. The engine looks really nice.
Oh yeah, and it has the cylinders move when the car moves. So
That's cool.
So we'll go to you next, Brenton. Have you gotten anything new?
yeah, I got this the Mafex Batman,
Oh yeah.
Mafex, and
Yep.
Nice.
I'm not huge on the cape because I don't think it drapes really that well.
Is it
It's
just
just-
oversized or what?
It's wired. It's not
Yeah.
meant to drape at all, really.
So it's
Oh, I
it's
see.
meant
Okay.
more to. I mean, the bendy wires are cool, but I didn't get the stand out yet to do like any dynamic poses. I've kind of just had them sitting here, and then I also got the Bat Cycle. So I thought this thing was really cool. And
That does look good for McFarlane. Like for $30, that in the quality you'll get, that's pretty damn good.
So this is the Technic Batmobile. So let me see if I can get the light up switch in here. So it does light up in the front, but it's hard to see on camera at least. And then there's a spot in the back. You touch on the top, and it looks
nice.
like. And it's weird that they use like this top function is what turns the wheels.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Know why they designed that necessarily instead of like the steering wheel. But that's actually a really cool Lego thing that it took probably about 10 hours to put together, I think.
Yeah, they. Sometimes
Wow.
those builds are crazy, man. How many pieces was it? You know?
I want to say like 5,000.
Yeah, shit.
Is it? Do you see that as a pro or a con though? Like you get 10 hours of entertainment, but like after 5, are you like, I just want the thing done at a certain point, or?
I enjoy it. I think it keeps me busy. So it was like, I think Saturday it snowed here. So I was like, I'm not going outside. And I just like put the
Perfect
Batcave
timing.
together. And that took a couple hours. So it's just stuff like that. And I can just go in like the man cave and put things together. And it makes it nice. Just go be left alone for a while and build.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
So. And
Oh, God,
I
we-
did get those McFarlane figures for the Batman movie. I picked up the Batman, Riddler, and Penguin.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so I've got those 3. And then I pre-ordered the Mezco. And then I pre-ordered the Hot Toys Batman.
So you're all in, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick up the Catwoman yet. So I'll get the McFarlane Catwoman. And
Okay. Badfish says, I've wanted the McFarlane stuff, but I'm trying not to buy so much stuff when I know I want the Hot Toys Batman stuff. I've been good so far, but Toys R Us had tons of them.
That's
Oh,
the
you're
thing.
That's right. We don't have them yet.
Oh yeah, he's in Canada. That's the thing is like, I picked the McFarlane bike and the Mezco Batman because I know that's the one I want. I'm not gonna get the Hot Toy, so you always gotta pick and choose it.
You know for sure though, or?
I'm 100. Yes, I think. Pretty sure that I don't want that one. The Bat Cycle tempts me though. I really liked his vehicles in the movie, man. They were cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Agreed. I went in like not wanting to like them as much as I
I
ended
know.
up liking them.
Fucking A.
I like the McFarlane figures, though, because they're out already. So it's like if you like the
Yeah.
movie, you can just go get a figure
That's
now
true.
instead
Kinda
of waiting
holds you
like
over.
over a year.
It's a little fix, you know. You gotta-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because even that Mezco is what we were talking. It was like a year out.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow, man.
I was hoping that Mezco would try and get ahead of it and not have that, but yeah, they don't have a great track record either when they have pre-orders for timeline for pre-orders. So
They have some
Yeah.
of those pre-orders that go up and they're immediately ready to ship, right? Like the
Right,
exclusives. and-
yeah, that's what I wanted them to have like
Yeah.
ready and queued up with this, but they
Yeah.
obviously didn't. So was that all you got, Brenton?
Yeah, that's all for now.
So with me, I needed to after that's like arguably one of the cooler scenes with the Batmobile, I had to get a Batmobile. And this is just the little Hot
Nice.
Toys one. It was pretty cheap, I think, like $9 ish. Which
Oh, is that like the one that comes in the little box? The
no,
metal?
this is in a like a card back. I do have what you're talking about. Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's-
Dylan, can you make
So
yourself
this-
big screen so I
here
can see it a
got
bit
I
better?
got it, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this is the Hot Wheels one. Sorry.
Oh wow, it's got good detail though.
Yeah, it almost seems like it's a little bit better painted. Like it has better paint apps than the Jada Toys one, which that's what this one is. And I'll take it out here and we can compare them quick. But yeah, I found this one, and while I was looking for it, I also found these two at the same time. The 89 and then the
Nice.
animated series
Dang.
Batman Batmobile.
The animated
I
one.
don't even
is
want to know about
awesome.
these. Don't show these to me.
Yeah. So, and I think these are only like $9 too, like almost the same price, which doesn't make any sense.
Wow, that's really good value.
So that
Right.
other one that you have, that's the one that comes with the line that has like the bat cycle and then the older helicopter and the penguin duck. They have like those. They have the bubbler,
So
the bubbler, and then the card behind the bubbler. You know what I'm talking about? I'll show you.
The
I'll look it up
bubbler.
and you tell me if it's
yeah,
this
you,
one.
you'll have to let me know. This one was actually the last one in Target.
Hey, Dylan, real quick. Badfish wants to know who makes the one that's in the box.
That is Jada Toys. So, that's the one who made these ones, and it's still metal. It feels a little bit lighter than the Hot Wheels one. The Hot Wheels one is quite a bit smaller, actually. I thought they were closer, but
Oh wow.
And those are $10.
yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's 1/18th, right? Or was it? No, 1/24th.
Think it's 24. I'd have to check again. It actually might even be 1/32nd, but the only reason it doesn't say anywhere on the box. The only reason I found it out is because I found these on Entertainment Earth, and I'm sure you could find them on Big Bad Toy.
Is it this
Big
one,
Bad
Dylan?
Too.
Or no?
Yes, that's the Hot Wheels one that I have.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say
Yep.
because it's bigger than like a normal Hot Wheel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. I've seen those a couple times.
The only thing I don't like about it is the wheels squeak. So
Oh.
you can't really hear it now, but
Oh, there I hear it.
yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's
But
annoying.
yeah, no, this one, the Jada Toys one is pretty cool. You can see like the doors open. I would take it off this thing, but I actually need a screwdriver on me, so that was shitty planning by me. But it feels a little bit more hollow. Like I said, I don't think the paint is as good as the Hot Wheels actually, because like this, you can't really tell, but it's not as kind of a chrome finish as the Hot Wheels one is. The Hot Wheels one's a lot kind of more of a better finish. But yeah, overall, I was really happy with the Hot Wheels one. I think the Jada Toys actually has like rubber wheels, whereas the Hot Toys one is plastic. But yeah, after that scene, I had to get them for sure. I was pretty jacked.
100%, sir. 100%.
So, and then the other thing I got in was the Atticus Doom from Mezco. So I literally just took him out of the box before the show started. If you take his hat off, you can see. Oh, you know that was there. You can see like an eyeball. And I was seeing people were taking this eyeball out of his brain, and they were putting it in his eye, which I didn't know. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or not. And here's the alternate Cthulhu
like a
head.
Cthulhu head. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got like here's like his crab claw.
articulation. Nice.
Yeah, he comes with a bunch of cool stuff. So far, I'm really liking him. He's like his coat is obviously wired, so
This is like, is this from something or is it
no,
part of the
it's-
Mezco line? The
it's part.
Gomez.
It's part of. Yeah, it's part
or
of their own.
Rumbles.
Yep, it's a Rumble
okay.
Society character. And then that Batman set that I missed out on, or that I didn't miss out on, I just chose to pass on. They released a weapon set to go along with that, which is what they've been doing with DC things lately that I love. I think it's a funny way to like outsmart them. Instead of sending guns with DC figures, since Warner Bros. Is being a pain in the ass, they just create an accessory set. And so this comes with 2 Tommy guns, 2 double-barreled pistols, 2 revolvers, and then 2 sawed-off shotguns. And these are the shotguns. This is my favorite one. And just like anything with Mezco, you're gonna be able to do all of that, and it's really sticky too. Like, I'm not worried about this being too loose or anything. Like, this will stay that way.
Was that's what she said. Did the shells? Did they come with shells?
So the shotgun one does not, but it comes with effects, and that's what I was kind of doing here while you guys were going through. You can just put them in there quick.
Oh, nice. I love the effects that they
Yeah.
give you.
They do a good job with them. I used to not like effects in any sort of way, like when Hot Toys did them.
Yeah, I feel you.
And then this is their little pistol. Of course, all of their
Desert
pistols.
Eagle. Looks like.
So it's a double-barreled one, but
Oh wow.
look at
Oh wow.
Look at
Wow,
that.
that's insane detail.
yeah, for how small these are, it's
Dude.
wild. You can even pull it back. Like, I know
Have you-
people were going nuts about Queen Studios when they showed off that gun that is coming with the Joker, and I'm like, Mezco does that all the time.
Marco, do you know about Mezco or no?
Not really. I'm learning a little bit from you guys, but I don't know too much about them.
Dude, they're like, if you like Hot Toys, they're like small Hot Toys, man. They're really cool, man.
I've seen some of the Batman ones that you guys have sent, and I'm just too scared to go down that route
Don't
Yeah,
do it.
I-
If you can resist, don't do it. But they're still
because
really
they're not super cheap, right? They're like 100.
cool. Yeah,
10, 120.
80 to 120.
Okay.
Sometimes if they're more in it, it could be over that. But yeah,
But
Yeah,
all
if
the detail
there's-
though.
yeah.
There'll be like box sets they'll do that'll get to about 200, but yeah, they're roughly, think of it anywhere from roughly about $90 to $110 a figure.
Yeah.
For the most part. But yeah, they're really excited about the Atticus Doom figure. They're also on the 18th. I didn't put this in the show sheet because we don't have official news, but he comes with his own comic book, obviously, too. So most of them, when they
Not on the
introduce
spine, Dylan. Not on the spine.
I was gonna say it.
well, I'm holding right here, but it already came a little
When are you
bent
getting that
right
grading?
here. I should just get them all graded. That'd be funny. But it's got like his own story introducing him and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But then in the back, they show kind of stuff coming out, and I'm covering it up. And here they show the Atticus Doom Magical Enhancement Kit. And I think someone found that it's coming the 18th. So probably at some point tomorrow that should be coming out. So follow along on their website. I'm guessing they're going to have some more other types of like accessory things that they'll put up there, but we'll see. So yeah.
You know what I've been liking about Mezco is that it seems like their stuff comes out fairly quickly. Like they'll do an announcement and then like an official release and then it's out.
So, like Eddie was saying, sometimes they're kind of like in the middle ground. There's a lot of people that would want to fight you on those comments because we've been waiting 2 years plus on 89 Batman with Mezco, where things just keep getting delayed and delayed and delayed. It's almost like their pre-orders are always late, but then if they come out with them instantly, like a surprise order, where they just put it up and it's in stock already, yeah, those will ship, within week or two or something like that. So yeah, it is nice when they have them in stock. That's what I was, like I said, hoping that they would do it with the Batman figures. But yeah, they're not going to be able to do that here with that, unfortunately. That's all I got, I think. So I guess that's kind of a good segue talking about the Batman and Mezco to where we can kind of bring up Mezco's The Batman figure that they put up a couple days ago. It was about a week after the movie, I think they put it up. They were one of the later companies to do so. But it's got a cape with an integrated posing wire. They also have shown some pictures. I don't know. No, we don't have a picture here, but they've shown some pictures with a bat signal, and I know that like it could just be one of the old bat signals. I didn't look at it close enough, but I would really be surprised if they didn't come out with that. I know that one of our Patreons, who was it in the Patreon chat that mentioned I think it was it Ricardo? Confirmed that the Joker from the movie, it will be released by him too. So that's coming.
You mean the Riddler?
Or Riddler, yeah, the Riddler. Wow. And yeah, so that's on its way. But that's one thing I kind of wanted to notate, and I'm like kind of theorizing that they will be maybe coming out with some more accessories with that. And here's the picture I was talking about with the bat signal. So that's the new one, obviously, and so there's got to be things that they gotta find a way to release that. You'd think. I can't believe that's not coming with this one. So I think it'll come with this one. So overall, what's your guys's here? We'll get back. What's your guys's opinions on the head sculpt? Because it seems like everyone is torn. There's a lot of people. I know there's not a lot of people saying it's great by any means, but what's your opinion on that, Sean?
I kind of like it. I think it's like a good head sculpt for like the pose that you have it in, where he's kind of maybe looking off into the city or something like that. The paint on his eyes is kind of dripping down and stuff like that. I have not seen the movie, so I don't know how accurate it is, but I like it. I think it looks kind of cool. I probably, if I had this figure, I wouldn't pose him with that, but I'd take a couple pictures with him like that.
Eddie, what do you think?
It's pretty accurate. I don't think the likeness is that great, but Mezco's not really known for their likenesses. They're soft. I could care less. I like him with the cowl on. I won't torture Brenton again by saying how I feel about the way he looks with the cowl off, but I'm not a fan of it, so
I'm not either.
And even if I was a fan of it, I still would use the cowl, so I don't care.
See, I have nothing to compare this to, so when Eddie said, they're not known for the sculpts, that's good to know, because I think it looks pretty decent, this unmasked head sculpt. But the mask sculpt looks great. Like the jawline looks awesome. I'm seing a lot of detail, so I think that's definitely
that. Yeah.
That's for sure the way to display him right here. And I think the figure looks great overall. I don't want to see any more of this though. It's tempting me too much.
Brenton, you ordered this guy, right?
Yeah, I did, and I agree with Eddie that I'm not going to use the maskless head for this one. He's going to have a cowl on all times, so I'm not too worried about what the face looks like. But it looks typical Mezco face. So, but I'm impressed with the overall figure. I love Mezco figures. I think they're just great quality between the materials used and articulation. So I'm always pleased with them.
Yeah, QC is always going to be a big thing with me with them too. When you're paying that high end, they always have really good quality control for the most part. It seems like you'll rarely have issues where you got to get something replaced, or it breaks too easy, or cracking, peeling. Some of their very first stuff from, I want to say, like we got to be pushing like 8 years ago, is cracking on the pants It was like a pleather pant material, and it was from their the Dark Knight Returns series, and it was the mutant. But ever since, and then like some of their other early figures kind of did that, and then ever since then they've just improved it, and the longevity of all my other figures that I have, I don't have any issues with. So I really like them. You can usually post that. They make sure that you can pose them in a really good way. They always seem to make it a point with their figures. They'll kind of engineer them in ways to where the pants on the legs, even though it'll look good, it'll be loose enough to where you can do some dynamic poses on it too. I agree. The head sculpt is whatever. I'm never gonna display him with just without a cowl on, and like especially this Batman out of all the Batman figures. Like Eddie said, I'm not a huge fan of him in the movie without it. I'm not a big fan of the Bruce Wayne overall. But I do like the Batman a lot. And I will say too, one of the things, Marco, that people will say when they say like the Mezco heads will be soft sometimes is they have this weird, and this is more prominent on the older ones. They've improved them a lot. But they have this weird thing where they almost print out like the head sculpt in one piece in a certain like color, and then they don't paint it at all. It's like the main base of it instead of doing something to it. So it's almost like a translucent, like clear kind of looking material, and it's very strange. They kind of went away from it.
It doesn't match the quality of the rest of the figure, right?
Yeah, they went away from it, but I will say the paint on a lot of this, you also have to remember this is zoomed in on a 1/12 scale figure, right? It's really hard to get spoiled when you're a 6 scale collector. And there's a lot of things, I will say a lot of times that their prototypes improve. You get them in hand and you're like, this looks way better than the pictures I was expecting, the zoomed in close up pictures I've seen.
I will say the John Bernthal Punisher was pretty damn good. So, and I did think the Hela was pretty damn good from the Thor Ragnarok movie. So
yep. Thor wasn't
they're not
great, though.
horrible. I just think they're soft a lot of the times, but they have done some good ones.
Well, like you were saying with quality control, though, that's why I'm not flipping out about 89 Batman. I'd rather them take their time and get it right. If Mez wants to take his time and find the right material that you can pose and not ruin the suit, I'd prefer that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I agree. So I've been saying the same thing, Brenton. That figure, I'd rather it be. Bill said, heads aside, the Batman suit is perfect for Mezco's strengths. Go check out Dork Lair. They do a bunch of good reviews, and they covered this on their last show as well. But I'd rather that one be its I guess best material that they can come up with, where we don't have to worry about it cracking and all those things that we're worried about with, let's say, like Hot Toys Ahsoka coming out, for instance. So we don't have to worry about that. I will say they better make more than they had expected, though, because it's been so long. There's a hell of a lot more people interested in that figure now than there was back in the day. I did want to point out Mark P had a good idea here. I didn't even think of this. An MDX release with the bat signal.
You know what I'm hoping they do?
That's
Gordon with the bat signal, like they did the comic one. Because I fucking loved Gordon, so
that was one of my
awesome.
That's been one of my favorite sets I've ever bought or ever owned from Mezco. Is that old comic book Detective Gordon Bat Signal? It's so cool.
See, they better do that.
I'd rather see that. Yeah, what Brendan was about to say. Go ahead.
Well,
Brendan.
because I would be upset if I pre-ordered this and then they're like, oh, here's an MDX with the bat signal.
Yes, but the pre-order that I did, I can cancel and it won't do anything. So it's not like it's a huge deal. Unless it comes out after this is released and I had already paid for this, then I would be pissed.
There.
But if they do it before the pre-order comes out or before it releases, then I'm cool.
Yeah,
but I just think it'd be a cool way to get another character out of it.
Yeah, I'd want the Gordon. I really liked Jim Gordon in that movie. So Jeffrey Wright really nailed that. So I'm right there with you.
I agree. That'd be a cool extra character. So we just got to keep supporting the line with the Riddler coming out. Order that. Hopefully, then they just keep it coming. Um, it I don't know. It's hard to say. There's not enough of a use case to say if Mezco, shorts you on them or not on characters. Like Hot Toys will sometimes do. Sometimes they will. Sometimes they won't. They just don't do enough movie characters to really know or say otherwise. So, yeah.
Well,
So a couple other things. Oh, sorry. What was that?
sorry, before you move on, I was just gonna say, what do you think? How do they manage most of their lines when it comes to movies? Like, is it just going to be the Batman, do you think, and the Riddler, and then they'll just move on to something else? Or do you think, could we get Catwoman and Penguin?
Yeah, it depends on two things, I'm sure. Obviously, how good the line does, and then how well Mez liked the movie. So I don't know.
Okay.
We've seen it both ways. Like with the Thor Ragnarok, we saw them round out the main characters there with Thor, Hulk, and Hela. With the Spider-Man movie figures, we've just seen Spider-Man, but there's not a ton of other figures that you can add in with those movies, that we've seen in other lines in a lot of cases, up until the new ones. But there's, like I said, they just don't do enough movie figures to really say one way or the other. I think he has mentioned, oh no, that he mentioned a Penguin before, but I think that would probably just be a regular Mezco version. It's hard to say. I would say if we support this well enough, this Batman and then the Riddler, I would say that they would just keep them coming until the line dried up. But it's hard to say.
And he's
Apologies
mentioned that
if-
Batman
Go
is
ahead,
his
Fred.
favorite. Sorry, Eddie. That's Mez's favorite character.
Batman is Mez's
Yeah.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, so if there's a chance that they're going to go deep on a line, it would be Batman related, I would assume.
Yeah. I would hope so. Marco, what were you saying?
I was just going to say, apologies if you went over this already, but in terms of vehicles, like what's their track record, or could we expect any?
He's expressed interest. They have never done them. They've showed them off before. Years ago, they showed off Batmobile, and they've talked about. I guess they've done like a 3 3/4 inch scale one, right?
They did Dredd's bike, so they could do his bat cycle at least.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. I forgot about Judge Dredd.
That's the only one I think they did.
They're not totally against it. They're not like Hot Toys where they came out and said, "Oh, we'll never do a vehicle" or something like that. They're not totally against it. They just haven't done it for the longest, just because they said they haven't found anything to really sell well enough to be worth it. But I know that like Jazz Inc.'s 1/12 scale Justice League one is pretty much made for Mezco Batman, so they'll fit in that one. I don't know. I'm hoping either he does a 1/12 scale version of that, or
he said that after he's done working on some things, he's open to the idea of possibly, this is going to set people off, doing a Kickstarter for a 1/12 Batmobile, because
do it.
he says that one of the biggest things, the pushbacks he gets for when he does 1/12 vehicles is the price. And he said he wanted people want it to be around $200, and he said in order for it to be that cheap, he has to make somewhere in the thousands, probably like 4,000 of them. So he wants to do a Kickstarter, and he said if it doesn't get fully backed, he won't do it. But that way he can keep it around $200 for the people to like appreciate the price. But he said that's a possibility, but it's not even like something he is doing right now. He's just thinking.
Good way to
about it.
test the market, honestly.
Yeah, I don't mind Kickstarters at all. Really, it doesn't bug me. So
Yeah, I especially for something like that where he's like, in order for me to like make it worth it, I have to hit a certain. That's what Kickstarter's made for, like shit like that. So yeah, do it. Make people put their money where their mouth is, because all his group is people requesting shit. So on Kickstarter, once the Kickstarter ends, it comes out of your bank account. Kickstarter just pulls it like that, and I think you have 7 days after that if it like declines or you have issues, whatever. I think it's 7 days or something like that to fix it. Otherwise, your pledge is just canceled. And then after I think 2 weeks, then he gets allocated all of those funds, and then that's where he has like a real grasp on what he can do. So do it all day long. If that's $200, that is a steal for a 12 scale Jazz Inc. one. Dorklair says there's some rumors making their rounds about possibly a big ticket Batman item coming soon, but who knows? That is interesting. Bill is pretty right on usually with his rumors. With Mezco, he kind of talked about the TMNT ones back in the day as well, and I've heard it in groups too, where people have talked about obviously like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or something, but I haven't heard that. I haven't heard like a big ticket Batman item. I'm wondering if that would be like a like a 66 Batmobile or something. That would be awesome though.
It feels like everyone's getting in on this Batmobile though, right? It's like got
Yeah.
unique design, but it's kind of classic looking in a way that it could appeal to a lot of people. So that'd be a cool one for them to start with.
Licenses are getting thrown out like humpback whales from Oprah.
Wow.
It was like an old meme. Old meme. Dating myself. One thing I was saying, I was joking around with Eddie because we were kind of going back and forth about a certain accessory in here. If you go through the accessories, there's something that he comes with.
Are you
here.
sure that was me? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
with
saw
the
you sent that the other day, and I agree with you though.
with the adrenaline pens.
Yeah,
No.
I say it's Bane's Venom.
I know that article. Because you always say whenever I send you anything like with words, you're like, that's too much. I hate reading. I'm not reading that. So I sent you that article and said I'm right because I said it's just going to be adrenaline because it's a big storyline in the Batman universe when he gets addicted to Venom. So who knows? Maybe they'll bring that into Batman too, I guess. But you're probably right. But I said they call it adrenaline pens in the accessories here. So.
When you see those handcuffs, is that a subtle hint to something?
Maybe.
Because why would you come with the handcuffs? Like, who would you use those on? I can think of who it was used on in the movie.
No, they used it on him.
Yeah, that would. We'll have to see.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember.
I'm excited. Just when
Say it in the private chat, Brendan.
when we get these things in hand,
I don't think Sean cares. So.
I'm just excited to see a lot more of this stuff in person because the movie's so dark. But we should probably move on. Okay, so McFarlane, they had a bunch of figures released. Of course, they never have a slow week. I swear to God. They had the DC Rebirth Multiverse Godspeed figure. And is this from the TV show that's coming out?
No,
Rebirth.
From,
sorry.
Yeah, that was the first arc.
So 1999, due in May 2021 or 2022. Sorry. And then this is the Flash TV show. Official picks and pre-orders are up. We talked about this one quite a bit already, but it's up for pre-order now. So also May 20 of this year, 2022, and then $20.
I might get this.
The Flash?
Yeah, because I did like the first couple of seasons. So I think I really liked the actor as Flash, as Barry, so I may end up getting this just to have it, you know.
How do you feel about the way they do the chest area?
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like is that chest.
That
it looks
little,
like a bodysuit.
Like the point and stuff at the bottom of it. And everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
kind of
kind of where
awkward.
they, instead of doing an ab crunch.
It's funny. Look in the picture; it's rounded.
Right.
What the
And
fuck?
that's not your kind of trading card that you like. from them.
I forgot to bring it up. The two Batmobiles came with pictures of the figure, and I was pissed. Like,
wiped
Don't
your
give me
ass
pictures
with
of the
them.
figures, man. Give me pictures of the source material, please. But it's weird that in the picture it has the rounded and then it
I think
doesn't.
those are supposed to be concept art now. Like he's doing something a little different. That
Maybe
was concept.
I don't like it, but I don't the it doesn't bother me that much. Actually, I wouldn't even have noticed it if you guys didn't say anything. So thanks a lot for that.
I still get it and see what it's like. Like $20, you got nothing.
I might leave it in the box because like
Oh yeah.
yeah, because I don't like his articulation at all. So I just want the figure. So I might end up leaving it in the box just to have it.
My Batman figure got really loose after like playing around with it for like a day. Did your guys's the McFarlane from the movie The Batman?
I don't
No,
know.
I haven't had any issues with any of the Batman figures. I have a few of them from McFarlane.
And then Mark P had a good point. The Justice League Big Three, they have technically done quite a bit from Justice League when that Big Three is going to be all done. The only ones they wouldn't have done would be Cyborg, and then there's like 2 or 3 Batmans from that. So they did a lot from that movie. And then we got another Batman Beyond figure. This one's a glow in the dark one. It's an Entertainment Earth exclusive for $22.99, and then also due in May. But I like that again that these are the exclusives, but I'm not super turned on by them. If you guys have anything to say, definitely stop me here because I'm gonna kind of roll through this. So this one is obviously Hush. That was kind of the big reveal that they've had recently that I saw in a lot of places. So this is obviously from Batman Hush, that classic kind of story that they have. That this is due June 2022. Also $20.
I pre-ordered that 2-pack.
Did you?
Yeah, the Batman and Hush.
I really like this Hush figure. I just don't like the mustard yellow. What is it? A trench coat.
Yeah.
it's
I
what
wish
stood out
they.
to me too.
I wish they would have went with the brown one that was in the actual picture. But other than that, I really like the head sculpt on this guy.
Yeah, I got Mafex's coming, and theirs is brown, I believe. So, yeah, that's the only reason I'm not super interested in this one, or I didn't take a long look at it, is just because I'm getting the Mafex one, because I wanted to kind of round out the Hush line. But I'm pissed. Eddie was selling his Catwoman months back, and I chose not to get it. So this one is the Infinite Grifter, also $20, and then due in June 2022. He comes with a sword and a knife. I don't know if he's supposed. It looks like for a second I thought this was supposed to be Deadpool. It looks like Deadpool, like with a long, like kind of Viper Commander mask on, like a red, and then he's got
I
like
thought
hair
that too,
coming out
man.
the top.
No, I
thought
think
that
he was
too.
actually part of the Wildcats.
Right, he's part of the Wildcats.
What's the
Yeah, I know.
Wildcats?
Like I know who that is.
From Image, right? Like
Yeah,
their early
no.
stuff.
Yeah, I think it was Image when Jim Lee left, and
Yeah.
that was like real early Image. It was like the next biggest book next to Spawn, and it
Yeah.
was just like a team book, like maybe like the X-Men or something, but for Image.
Yeah, I don't know where they brought him in the DC multiverse. I guess in Infinite Frontier, but yeah, I think his original appearances in that early Image stuff, which should be readily available. I mean, quite a bit of that stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, and he's supposed to have guns, so it's weird that.
That's
you know,
what I
it
was
comes
gonna
with the
ask.
sword. Yeah.
If he was, because it looked like on his belt there's supposed to be guns in there. So, and then here's the 2-pack that you had mentioned. This is what you got, Brenton, right?
Yeah, that's what I've ordered.
So this is the Batman vs. Hush 2-pack, $41.99, due June this year. This also comes like kind of with a display base. I believe all of their 2-packs do, and which is like kind of a rocky area with a tombstone that says "Here lies Jason Todd.
You can't beat the price of these for 2 figures.
Yeah, that's the thing with all of McFarlane. It's like, I think one of you guys said that earlier. It's a great way to scratch an itch.
Well, and like to get an extra Batman figure out of it and a couple extra accessory pieces, I mean, why buy two figures when you can buy it all in one pack and get a little extra?
Right. I'm sure we're gonna see way more Batman Hush figures, but this is our first one from McFarlane we've seen. Like the Batman from the...
That looked like an alternate head sculpt, too, for Hush.
It is. Yep. Good call out. I didn't even notice that. So he's like screaming in this one. The single pack one is just kind of a plain look to him. Other than that, he looks like the same figure. He just comes with a shovel. So that's a good call out, Brenton.
I'm looking at the head sculpt right now, just kind of like he's gritting his teeth on this one.
Yeah.
On the single release.
So cool. Yeah, that's overall, like you said, Brenton, for a 2-pack, that's pretty good price there. I think that's about the one thing that I would get to out of the kind of some of the new McFarlane stuff coming out.
Yeah, did you see that 2-pack? I'm sorry to deviate. The Marvel Legends one that just went up on Amazon today. That was Dr. Octopus and Silk.
Yep, we just added that to the show sheet right before we started. That's why we were a little late.
All right, yeah, just compare the price to that when we get around to that one.
No, good call. Yeah, that's that was kind of a last second add but it was a quick one. So other McFarlane news, they did a 5-pack for $79.99, and this includes all previously released figures, right? Overall, so it's like Batman Beyond with his wings, and then the female Batwoman, and then I don't remember the other 2 pieces or other 3. What are their names again?
I remember covering them. I just don't remember their names.
Yeah, but Batwoman includes
one was
alternate.
Shriek. I remember.
Yes. That. Yep. And so the whole pack is based off of Batman Beyond, obviously. But here I got it. So Blight, Shriek, and then Batman Future's End. So Shriek, I think, is the white one, right? And then Blight is the...
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, again, pretty cool pack. I like the way they're packaging a lot of these. This one is this one a Target exclusive, Sean?
Yeah, it's going to be a Target exclusive.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Excuse my ignorance, but on the back of the Batman figure, the Future's End, is that a Joker face? That's Oh wow.
Yeah. Some pretty wild storylines in some of the new ones. So yeah, I want to say this is their 4th big kind of pack that they've done now. I think it's really cool. It kind of sucks that it's coming after the fact. When I'm sure everyone who is interested in this stuff and likes this stuff already has a bunch of it, but I like the packaging overall. So a couple other things here that there's more to be announced on. There's the Anti-Crisis Wonder Woman, all gold looking, which is interesting. She's not gold labeled or anything like what some of the previous ones have been. And then Future State John Kent Superman, and then the DC Multiverse Tim Drake New 52 Red Robin. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. And then real quick, moving on to Super 7 news. They had some Thundercats releases here. We had Mandora at $54.99 due Q1 of next year, so 2023. And then and this is actually kind of light for her on accessories on what she comes with. 3 heads, a boomerang with an effect, a walkie-talkie. Is it like a calculator, badge, handcuffs, and then a plethora of hands? But just for Super 7 standards, that seems pretty light. But
you know what I think it was Foosh that said it was funny. How does a boomerang work in space? What the hell?
How does how do bullet like lasers work in space too? I guess that makes a little more sense. But yeah, boomerang. Uh, anyways, so the other thing that they showed off was the Ultimates Electro Charger, which is kind of like a jet motorcycle. And I'm guessing this thing's gonna be pretty big, but this thing looks pretty impressive overall. They are so deep into into Thundercats, it's unreal. So this is $150 due a Q1 of next year as well. So
That dash on that motorcycle is really cool.
yeah, right. It overall it looks really well done. I don't know if I do you think you guys would rather just have these as a 2-pack for a little cheaper, or do you think it makes sense to do it separate?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, we'll go into it here in a minute with NECA. It's kind of like what they're doing with their accessory pieces and stuff. I mean, this is a little bit bigger than just an accessory piece, but I mean, I guess if you were a fan of this vehicle and you didn't necessarily want a particular figure with it, then I guess it's cool.
Why would
Yeah.
why would it being in a 2-pack make it cheaper?
Like if you buy them two separate figures, typically
Maybe
2-packs are a little bit cheaper than if you would buy them two
Maybe
separately.
you're
You know what I
paying
mean?
for the bike and the figure just
Yeah.
kind of evens out.
I never really understood that 2-pack mentality. I think it's better they come separate every time, just in case people want just the figure. I don't think many people want just the bike. I would think they want the figure, but yeah, I don't know. I like separate. and
Okay.
I just think it's better
And
that way.
to be honest, with Super 7, that's probably the best way anyways, because they don't discount for that anyways, so my point was moot. They don't give you any sort of discount if you buy things.
I know.
all
I
at
was
once.
looking at the the Disney stuff. If I bought the 4-pack or something of all the Disney stuff, not necessarily from Super 7, but Big Bad, I thought you got a deal if you buy all 4, but you don't. It's the same price if you buy 1 or 4.
Okay. Wow. All right. So then the other thing, this was pretty big. So they've been doing Godzilla re-art, or their smaller figures, for a while. Kind of their smaller retro figures for a while. Now they have announced they're doing Ultimates. So Godzilla vs. Biollante Ultimates, they're $84.99 each, due of Q1 of next year as well. So Biollante, it's not the end version of him, which is interesting. Like, not the head, it's just a bunch of mouths and then the rose head. And then Godzilla looks pretty good. I know some people were saying it's just a $60 more expensive version of the old NECA ones. I think it looks quite a bit better. Someone posted a picture of what the NECA ones look like to this, and I think the paint looks weaker on this Super 7 Ultimates, but the joints, articulation, everything else looks much better. Overall, I'm excited for more Godzilla representation, as far as, I guess, kind of real looking figures, not stylized or smaller looking things. I enjoy that someone else is doing this now that NECA isn't. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it looks cool. How do you say the monster's name? What'd you say?
Biollante, I think.
Biollante. I think that looks really cool. I think that's a cool monster in general. With the Godzilla, I mean, there's been several renditions of it already, especially this one, right? Or no?
Yeah. So SH Figure Arts has done like monster arts. I know NECA's done at least one version of it. So we've gotten him before.
How articulated are those ones? Like, because I'm imagining just being Super 7 that these are pretty just bulky, and I guess that's what this particular Godzilla would be. But
That's what NECAs are like. SH Figure Arts obviously are awesome for articulation, so that'll always beat anything for the most part.
I
But
think it's cool that they're doing it. Another option for Godzilla fans. I think it looks good.
yeah, I'm excited about this. Are you a big Godzilla fan, Marco or Brenton?
You know, I was a Godzilla fan growing up, and this looks pretty cool. I have a hard time getting a feel for the coloring. Like, is it intentionally really desaturated to match the old films, or the other picture you were showing made it seem almost gray and a little less green. So that's what was kind of throwing me off. But besides that, it looks really cool.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm not sure. It does kind of almost look that, but yeah, it's a little bit. But Brenton, are you a big fan?
I've always enjoyed Godzilla, and I'd like to see Super 7 take their chance at this. I'm realizing that I'm not much of a NECA fan. I don't really like their joints and how they work. I think a lot of their figures, either the paint's in the joints and it's hard to articulate. You always have to heat them up or give them a bath and everything, and it's just frustrating to work with. So I'd
Yeah,
like to see someone else take a chance at it.
I can see that. And then Sean, you want to kind of
yeah, so the only SH Figure Arts we have is a tease for the Batman. I guess my question on this is, what will they do better than what Mezco's doing coming out in April? Because if they're just barely teasing this, I'm suspecting end of the year at the earliest release. Dylan, what do you think with this?
It'll be interesting. I know a lot of people are excited about this, but no one has cared about their previous Batman figures that they've done. They're always fairly discounted and cheap. So I don't know why everyone is so excited about this. I'll be honest, I'll probably get it, if not anything else, just to compare to Mezco's. But obviously this thing will be pretty articulated. It's interesting how many, like you said, Brenton, how many companies have this license. Or I think, Marco, you said that. But Eddie, what do you think?
I think people are excited because they don't like soft goods on 112 stuff, so they want a high-end figure that's from this movie, this version of Batman. So I think that's why they got excited. The articulation will probably be better than Mezco, but he didn't do anything super crazy in the movie to need that articulation. Like, Mezco will handle that fine, I think. I think it's just preference, but I will tell you that sculpted cape is trash. No, I don't want that crap. So I can see it now. Like, that's just gonna weigh down the figure. That bulkiness, that's not what I prefer.
So for someone kind of getting into this size, would you go with the Figure Arts or would you go with Mezco? What's the better value, I guess?
This will be, depending on where it's available, will be cheaper than Mezco. But like I said, if you're a hot toy guy, so I would think you'd want Mezco more because it's cloth, fabric, materials, and unless they offer a fabric cape as well as the sculpted, which I think they have done on some figures. You can get them in all the poses you want. The cape's just gonna bring him down. So.
Yeah.
Is there a clear winner in terms of detail, or it's kind of figure to figure?
They're
in
both,
terms of both companies.
Yeah.
they're pretty good on detail. SH, they're gonna do a good job, and they have the face printing technology, so the unhelmeted portrait might look better than the Mezco one.
You might even get a couple face plates out of it or something like that, where you have a different reaction.
This is also smaller, Marco, because this is true 112 scale, and is Mezco true 112, Dylan?
Yeah,
Or is
it's
it
still
6
it's still big, but it's supposed to be true 112. The line is called 112 Collective.
Yeah, usually they're a little bit smaller than anything else. And then the joints, I don't love their joints on their figures, but that's a personal thing, I think.
On this particular figure, I think I'd still go with Mezco over SH Figure Arts. But I mean, like, if they announce more to the line, then I might go with this just to get more figures out of it. I mean, that's kind of what I did with some of the Marvel stuff, you know, where you can have a better chance of finishing a line faster, I guess.
Got it. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's interesting that they showed the cape like this. I just assumed, Eddie, that this was going to be a soft goods cape. SH Figure Arts has embraced soft goods more and more lately.
I know. I didn't notice it until looking at it right now that it was sculpted over his shoulder.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit. That's
I'd be surprised if they keep that, to be honest. That's almost a step backwards for him. If they do
Are you
that.
saying like the shininess off the shoulder right there?
Yeah.
the way
right
it
up
forms
here.
around the shoulder is definitely,
It like puffs
Yeah.
out kind of.
unless
Yeah.
it's like just the shoulder piece is hard plastic and then the back of it is fabric.
Like it's like an armor piece, like a shoulder armor piece, and it's tucked underneath.
Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't
That would be cool.
be accurate, but it would make sense. Like, I guess that would look better because it would form over the shoulders better, but it wouldn't be accurate.
I
Yeah.
don't think I would like that. You know, sometimes when they do like a half cape or like the top part that connects to the body's sculpted and then they use a fabric material, I always think that looks bad.
Right. Nicolio said, aren't Mezcos generally short and broad? They are not short. They are usually maybe a little bit thicker or, like he said, broader than a lot of smaller figures, but they're typically tall too. It's hard. They don't go with 7-inch scale figures by any means because I've had them up next to them, and they're still definitely smaller than like a NECA or something. But they're bigger than SH Figure Arts, which will, like Eddie said, technically are probably true 1/12. Like if you do the measurements, is probably closer to actually 1/12. Whereas like a lot of the ones that claim to be 1/12, like Mofex and Mezco, are a little bit bigger. Mofex and Mezco will be. Oh yeah, someone said that. Mezco. Mark said Mezco size is better with Mofex. So.
Got it. So a little harder to mix and match if you want to go between lines.
Yeah, for the most part, SH Figure Arts is kind of in the minority nowadays because, you know, Legends, Black Series, all the Hasbro figures run fairly large and they scale well with like Mezco and Mofex a little bit better. So,
If I'm being honest, if you want like the non-cloth good version in 1/12, I would wait till Mafex does it. I bet you Mafex will get the license, and I like their figures more, especially now that they're working on QC. They're more pricey, which sucks, but I still like them more than SHF.
I would agree overall. So moving on to NECA news. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon 3-pack for Neutrino is going to be $74.99. We don't have a release date yet, I believe, but also the cartoon version of Usagi is it Yojimbo?
Yojimbo.
$34.99, also to be announced on a release date. And then is this Fugitoid? Is that how you pronounce it? From TMNT Mirage Comics.
Hell if I know.
Yeah,
So,
I think you're right with the.
They're so deep into this, man. I don't know anything we cover anymore. TMNT, it's crazy. But those look good. And then Sean, this is what you were pretty excited about. So this is this was just announced 3 hours before our show here, but this is the Universal Monsters Frankenstein accessory set. So they said in the post, accurate to the movie, the centerpiece of the set is the massive laboratory table, which measures over 9.5 inches long and over 6 inches wide and fits the NECA action figure, which is sold separately, obviously. The set also includes additional bandaged head for the monster and a torch accessory. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I love how much they're hitting that Universal Monsters line. Are you guys into board games at all? Like just like Pandemic or anything like that?
Pandemic? That's a board game? I used to play like Clue and
Strategio.
and yeah, all that
Yeah.
stuff. But
Sorry.
Well, we have like friends that are
Sorry,
big into board games, and they have this one called what is it, Horrified with the Universal Monsters, and it's a lot of fun. And the whole time I play that, I'm like, God, I want it. Like whenever we play it, I'm like, I want to get all those NECA monsters now. So
I'm really in on this.
Mark, damn it. This was something I was able to cover, tell you how cool it is, and not worry about buying it. And now Mark just said that would go nice with Gaslight Joker. It would. Way too well. That would be so cool. Because the Gaslight Joker comes with a bunch of like surgical weapons and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that would go really well with that. But okay. All right. So, we got Sean's trivia here. I almost blew it. Are you guys ready?
Let's do this.
All right, chat. Get ready, everyone.
So for this week's small talk trivia, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, how many stairs has a Slinky descended? Is it A, 55, B, 256, C, 30, or D, 273?
B. I don't know why. It's just the first one. I know it's one of the higher ones. So
It's calling to me as well.
Yeah.
So
B.
Marco and Eddie, you're B. Dylan, you're B.
Yep.
I'll go with D.
Brenton, what do you think? D, 273? Let's see.
Okay.
The answer is actually Toy Mafia got it first. C. The answer is C. 30
Wow.
steps. A
Not impressed.
a group
No.
of a group from Britain, from the UK, actually tested it, and they only got 30 steps recorded on the Guinness Book of World Records.
Maybe I was thrown off by the wording of stairs, or I was thrown off by Ace Ventura.
And that's exactly what I thought about. I kind of wanted to find a clip of it and be like, let that be the intro. That was the literal thing I was thinking of, was Ace Ventura. But you know what though? We are only 3 questions in on this new round of trivia, and Toy Mafia has 2 points.
Nice.
Damn.
Joey with
Mafia?
1.
Nice job, Toy Mafia. He came like flying in right at the end with it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google it.
Leonardo got
How dare you?
close.
I had to Google it a couple of times too, because I was expecting way more than 30.
I know 30 seems like a just not right.
It does. It seems off. But Sean, you want to bring us into the Hasbro side? So we do know there's just right before the show, like minutes before, Hasbro announced teases for Black Series and TVC stuff. We'll cover that next show. We promise, guys.
Yeah. So for Marvel Legends, they said that Walgreens is going to get a limited stock of in-store figures on their binary exclusive. At my particular Walgreens online, it said it was unavailable at that particular time, but they are going to get a limited stock in the stores. The next thing they gave us was some better PO information on the Hawkeye and Kate Bishop for the Infinity Ultron Bath $25.99 for the both of them, coming out in March 2023. My biggest gripe with this is just that release date. I hope it's a dummy date. You know, a lot of times you get a dummy date because you're just not sure when they are planning on releasing it. I just hate that it's going to be a whole year that I'd have to wait to get these two figures, especially making the Ultron, possibly seeing what's going to happen in Multiverse of Madness and if there's any kind of connections there, to wait a whole nother year after the series has already dropped to receive these figures. But other than that, I really like the both of them. I like the Clint Barton head sculpt with he's kind of beat up a little bit. And I think Kate Bishop looks pretty good as well. I wish there was a little bit more detail into her bow. I can't tell from the pictures if it was like a wooden bow, because I think that's what she had. And Dylan, if you'll skip on for me real quick.
And real quick,
go
the
ahead.
chat. Sorry, Leonardo, on our end, it showed that you were just right after Toy Mafia.
Yep.
So we're just trying to keep it consistent with what we see on our end. You very well, you could have had it typed up and sent before. We don't know, but just in our system, it showed Toy Mafia's first. So sorry about that. You'll get another chance, we promise. And Alvin, yeah. So I'm trying to stay focused here. He said the Queen Studios just dropped a full preview of their 1/6 scale Joker. But we'll finish up on the news, and maybe at the end of the show, if we got some time, we'll check it out here.
Do any of you guys have comments on either of these two figures?
Not for me. I like the show. Don't like it enough to care about the figures, really, I don't think.
I think the only other figure I'm hoping for is an Echo figure. I think that would be a really cool figure to have, at least from this particular show. Yeah. Especially with the connection.
You didn't like the character at all, Eddie?
I don't think. I mean, I like the actress, and I don't think I want anything to do with a figure or collectible of her. She did one thing,
Yep.
and you found out about it at the end, that who she was. So
I'm thinking more just because of the comic wise of it.
I figured
and
you would,
how
yeah.
she's they're getting more into the Disney Plus guys being well, not necessarily, but the more street level guys, with Daredevil, Echo would have a great tie-in with that and things like that. So that's where I'd probably like her a little bit more. I'd like to see how Daredevil kind of is incorporated with the rest of all this. So
fair point.
Well, maybe she'll show up in the fourth season of Daredevil. I guess it was getting a Daredevil reboot for Disney Plus.
as long as they use crap, I forgot his name already.
They are using him.
They
That's what
are
he's talking
okay.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie
They're gonna
Cox
ruin
is
that shit.
Yeah, Charlie Cox. Yeah, as long as they're using him, I'm good.
They're gonna Disneyfy it. That's why they're redoing it, because they want
Yeah.
it to be family friendly and
really
crap.
because they didn't edit any of the Netflix stuff that was carried over.
Yeah, but why start it over then? If just continue it.
There was a lot of muddled, weird stuff that they'd probably want to untangle and bring in a
I
new
think
iteration.
it's story wise, they need to fix some of the story stuff and tell their own stories.
And erase Iron Fist from the history books.
Gotcha.
The next thing they kind of gave was a reveal of the Infinity Ultron. Several gripes about this. I think mainly the size. I think, Eddie, that's what you kind of had a gripe with. I think the his spear sword thing looks really cool. I just wish his body was a little bit more proportioned to that. What do you think, Eddie?
Yeah, he looks like in the picture. He looks the same size as Captain Britain.
Mm-hmm.
So he was pretty big. He was bigger than Thanos for sure.
Yep.
So as a Build-A-Figure out, they made him too small, man. I wanted to get that figure. I like that character, and that's probably the best part of What If to me. So
Well, and you notice how they have Peggy Carter kind of just like lunging towards him, like the way he's holding her. If you
Yeah.
stood her upright, they'd be relatively the
Yeah.
same size.
That's what I
It-
think too. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's supposed to be bigger, but not that big.
Yeah.
No, I mean even Captain America was dwarfed by Thanos, you know. So it kind of sucks to see this, and I mean even Ultron in the Age of Ultron was
They're doing a-
significantly bigger than them.
They're doing a Build-A-Figure, so it should be for sure bigger than
Yeah.
that. But I have said this before. What If was whatever to me.
Yeah.
For
was
the most
fine.
part, like I didn't hate it, I didn't love it. You know, it was whatever. But Ultron was by far and away the best thing that came out of that. And the design of him is in my mind super satisfying. And I've said before that I almost wouldn't even mind getting the hot toy, not super attached
Yes.
to the character or anything like that, but the actual figure. He is like a perfect character that you can get of an action figure. And Hasbro had a great opportunity with this since because they're doing they still do technically, I guess. They could make this bigger because we're so far out from time, like you said, Sean. But they're doing a Build-A-Figure. They have no excuse for keeping it too small.
Especially since you've been very successful in your deluxe lines. You know, they'll have the Build-A-Figure and then they'll come out with another version of him in a deluxe, you know? And Dylan, like you said, like I definitely want that Hot Toys version. I'm just afraid if I pick that one up, then I want the rest of the What If line. I enjoyed the What If line. It reminded me a lot of the comics, kind of how far-fetched some of it was. Not super accurate to the comics, but just kind of like where they pulled certain things from. So I enjoyed it in that aspect. But if I go with that Hot Toys, man, like I'm gonna want to buy the rest of it.
Yeah, that's just like an imposing figure, kind of like Marco's Wonder Woman, right? It's maybe not the most
stands out.
well received movie or something like that, but it's a figure that you notice for sure.
The
That's how
movie
I
was
see the
complete
Ultron.
trash. We can just say that.
Yeah. I am like Eddie always makes fun of me for being overly positive, and I have shit all over that movie since it came out because I was so excited for it. I loved the first Wonder Woman. I was so excited for the second one. It was just a letdown. But
It's hard to have me like not really like a comic book movie.
Same.
Normally the floor is like, oh, it was just whatever. Just kind
Yeah.
of like What If. It was just whatever to me, but what a terrible movie. But
I gotta
cool
rewatch
figure.
it because it was at a time when I was like peak anxiety, and I don't think I was even paying attention that much that day. So I gotta rewatch it. I know I had high hopes for it, but
I paid attention, and I'm a DC apologizer, and I still didn't like it. But Brenton, you have any thoughts on Ultron?
No, I don't even think I could get through all the What If episodes. I think I quit, one or two after the Doctor Strange one. I think it was
the Thor one had me triggered, dude. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that was pretty cringe. That was a cringe episode.
I think
Yeah.
I stopped the zombies maybe. The zombie episode, and then I just didn't
Yeah.
want to watch
So,
anymore.
I think
I actually
the
liked
second
the
one was the
zombies.
best one. The I guess it's spoilers, but the Hank Pym one.
Yes.
I
That
think
was
the
a
Doctor
pretty
Strange
damn
one
good
was
one.
the best one.
The Doctor Strange one was good too. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that one in the zombies, but other than that, I didn't feel the need to keep going.
I don't like
Sorry,
the way this
I got-
guy's looking at me.
I got
The bottom
distracted.
left,
Yeah.
honestly. I kind of want to just change the picture because he's like gonna rape me. I think.
Sorry, I was like distracted here
Do you see
because
that
I was.
Venom in the background?
Yeah, that's the 3 3/4 inch one.
I've seen
Yeah.
that in stores several times.
Me
oh, he has
too.
they have the
I
fucking,
haven't seen that one yet.
The Razor Crest back there.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. That I was thinking about. We'll get to it later. But here you go, Brenton.
Yep, this is you, Brenton. So, this was just announced earlier today, late yesterday. Spider-Man 60th anniversary, Marvel's Silk and Dr. Octopus 2-pack, Amazon exclusive. It's in and out of availability, so keep checking if you're wanting this. I think the silk looks really cool, but Brenton, I don't know if you saw the original Doc Ock release. What do you think about that compared to this one?
I think from what I saw is that it's almost the same exact figure. I think actually both of these figures are the same exact figures they released before. Maybe the hair's a little different for Silk, but I think a lot of people were worrying that the Doc Ock arms aren't articulated, that it was just sculpted plastic that you can't do anything with.
Weren't the old ones articulated though?
No, I don't believe so. And
Not the one before this.
You had to peg him into certain holes on his back too. Like not all of them matched up.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. That I did not know that. So yeah, this
I
is like
had the
supposed to be a
original
60th
release. I had the original release. I just don't remember the green being that vibrant, and that just might be a promo pick. But it'd be interesting to see. I mean, Doc Ock is Doc Ock, especially right now. You know.
Yeah, I think it was branded as 60th anniversary Spider-Man too. I don't know if that's on the box or not.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's supposed to be like 60th anniversary. This one is, and people are saying anywhere from like $50 to, I think $56. So anywhere in that range, you can expect that price for the 2-pack. Which,
Yeah, I think I saw it mainly at $55.99.
Well, and then like, how much more are you gonna get? Maybe some web pieces with silk, and not much after that. You know, kind of like what you were saying about the DC 2-pack. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like $16 more than that, and you barely get anything. You just essentially get the figures and then maybe a pair of hands.
Plastic, too. Like those other ones are 7-inch scale, so they're bigger.
Why does Hasbro make the same shit over and over and over and over with the same shitty legs that nobody wants?
Mm-hmm. Availability.
Why with the same shitty body that nobody wants? Were you excited for this, Brenton?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
I wanted
this
another
is
Doc
trash.
Ock, and I was thinking maybe if they did it on that retro carded line with bendy, like the bendy arms.
Yeah.
But not with something like that you can't pose the tentacles.
Yeah.
I hate to see it. Silk looks cool. I think Silk was like one of the voted for that fan vote, right? This isn't that one though, right? Remember they did a fan vote like 2 years ago, and Silk was one of the highly voted ones, but she didn't win, I don't think.
Oh yeah.
I think I saw that referenced earlier in one of the Legends groups.
So maybe this is it. I mean, Silk looks cool. I'm just more like the Doc Ock is like, why?
I think it's a lot of timing, you know. I mean, there's been a lot of rumors Silk might make her way through in the movies, and then
That I could see, yeah.
and then Doc Ock. I mean, just having the availability. I know that original release went anywhere from like $30 to $60 at some point. So just being able to get them both, and even the Silk too. The Silk was pretty up there for a while.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's true.
Can you address this really quick?
Yeah. So Joey asked, "What is the Last of Us figures?" I'm curious what. That's what I'm curious about. Did I miss that? So sorry, Joey. We didn't really cover that. We just kind of. That's just some more recent news that NECA put up on them. So it's things that are already up for pre-order. They just released some additional pictures on them, and it's estimated to ship in June of 2022. And it's a 2-pack. What is it, like $80 or $75, something like that, of Joel and Ellie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they just kind of showed it off a little bit more.
I think it's production pictures or something.
Yeah,
right?
There you go. So,
that's
yeah,
my bad.
that's no, that's totally fine. But yeah, Joey, that you can order those if you'd like from NECA. Just kind of a little bit of a news update with those ones. I'm a big fan of Last of Us as well. I am getting those. That's our first. That's got to be our first piece of licensed The Last of Us material. I think that as far as figures are related. So
Do they have an Abby figure?
not yet. I haven't seen anything Abby. The only thing I've seen of Abby is one of the statues that you could get. I think it came out not long after the game, and you could get an Abby statue, I think. And I just remember saying like, "Fuck that statue," and then later on, I wanted to. Now I would like that. Now that I've had like time to digest the game, I'd like some Abby stuff.
Yeah, right.
Some,
It's a character that I enjoy that I know is divisive. So, sorry, what were you saying?
Some P Bandai breaking news. I just got an email on March 31st, 2022. Premium Bandai sales company Bandai Namco Collectibles LLC DBA Bluefin and Bandai America Incorporated will be merging into a single new company, which will begin on April 1st, 2022.
Thank you for that. There was actually some Bluefish news that I had wanted to post and I completely forgot about. So they're kind of merging with P Bandai. Hopefully that makes things cheaper.
Hopefully it makes Bluefin faster.
Yeah, that too. P Bandai fast or cheaper, and then Bluefin faster. So, so Joey said, "Oh, those are NECA. Gotcha. I thought it might be something the Mezco did. I saw third party the first game. Yeah. So the first party or the third party ones that you'll want to look at, Joey, are called Limb Toys, and those have been up for pre-order for a long time. I think I've had them double set ordered, I think, for almost 2 years from KG Hobby. It's taken forever for that thing to come out, but Limb Toys is who makes that third party one. But yeah, those ones were NECA. Nothing from Mezco yet from that. That would be freaking awesome if that would ever happen.
And then the final thing for Marvel Legends is their 3 3/4 line. The second wave of their 3 3/4 line coming out, I guess, March 2020. I'm sorry, in 2022, March 22nd, pre-order date. You're gonna get the classic Thor, the Green Goblin with glider, the Black Widow with crossbow, and the Thing.
I can't believe the Green Goblin's coming with the glider, man. After I saw this Green Goblin, I'm like, should I actually fucking go back and just do all the Spider-Man? Because I've talked about that before, just doing Spider-Man figures of maybe like this line.
That's what I've been doing.
Maybe I should just do that because they're starting to come out with a lot of them.
Brenton, or do you leave them on the card?
No, I've been leaving them on the card.
You'd kind of have to with this. The card's so beautiful. It's like almost nicer than the figure.
Well, Sean is
Yeah, I bust them open,
psychopath.
man.
He rips them off.
I'm an open
bust
type
them
of guy too, Sean. So I feel that, but
Wow.
these feel like unique.
I don't have room to store in a closet or
Look at all that
on the
wall
walls
space.
in this room for what I have planned to do that. So I think if I get any of these, which I didn't get any from the last round, it's the Black Widow and the Thor.
Thor. I kind of want the Thor, but I would leave him on card.
I like
But
the
the Thor
classic
looks great.
Avengers kind of thing. So having those in 3 3/4 would be cool.
Is that phrasing printed on the hammer? I can't tell from the pictures. I was just curious if they added that detail.
You can't see. Oh, on the actual hammer.
Yeah.
Can't tell.
I can't tell either.
These are cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that
These look
Venom,
good.
so that's the one that...
Yeah, I kind
You
of want
should
the
have told
Venom.
me, man. I see the Venom all the time.
I kind of want the Venom just because I had the original release from it. So still do. It's in my kids' toys somewhere.
Joel, I think the Limb Toys is still available for pre-order. I can't find it right now. I'll send you the link if I find it here, but it should still be up for pre-order. I don't have it in my hands, so anyways, yeah, so here's some kind of pictures where they started showing it off. So those should be going up soon. And then moving on to Ford Horseman news. All-Star 5 voting begun. We talked about it last show. And now they are on to round 2. So apparently this year was a little bit different than previous ones that they've done. It was kind of a segmented roll that they did, where they had 3 categories, and then they picked two figures from one category, 3 from another, and then 2, and 3 or something like that from them, and they chose the top voted figures from them. And obviously the ones that have the X over them are the ones that were voted out. And then moving on, you can see here, and they said on here, we've seen complaints about this year's voting format and how fans did not like their top overall choices and may have been grouped together in the same category of voting. We told you to expect some surprises this year, and we had planned to reveal this next surprise a little later, but we figured it makes sense to unveil this now so Legionnaires could see the bigger picture here. So the next one that they're doing on the ones that pass through is grouping them. This was their initial like group that they had, and this is how it was done. And so 2 advanced out of the top one, 4 from here, and then 4 from here. So these are all the ones that went through. I know a lot of people were upset at some of these top ones because they wanted a lot of them. But Romulus and the Sentry were probably almost guaranteed to be in this. So the next wave that we're... Sorry, go ahead.
Are they planning on re-releasing some of these, or are they just kind of voting on like which one was the best of the year? Or
that's what All Stars are a re-release of older figures.
Oh, okay.
So you're voting. These are essentially fans voting on what to re-release. So, yeah, that looks like now. I think. Oh God, I keep thinking like today is the 20th, but so 3/23 to 3/30 is when we'll have the final voting for the winners out of here in kind of the second round. I think Bill over at Dorklair said that there are some specific verbiage that they've used to where some things could get changed up. There's also a head pack to vote in, and I don't think they revealed anything there. I'd have to check on that for sure, but for right now, that's what we're looking at. And so yeah, get your votes in when that opens back up, and kind of cool there. So another thing that just was recent, not too long before the show, I think it was some point today, the Halo Collector, or on Twitter, tweeted out some pictures that GameStop has put up on some of their other Master Chief Collection figures. So this is Kelly, George Master Chief from Combat Evolved, Spartan Rogue, and then Carter, and then an Elite as well. So pretty cool in my mind. That these are really hit or miss for me overall. I don't know. I don't know if I talked about it before, but I have some, and some of them I've had and got rid of and sold them back. I just didn't like them. I really like Emil, and I did not like their figure for Emil. I did not think it was a great figure overall. I actually returned that one. So some of them, like I said, look really good. I think I've seen a lot of the Master Chief figures they do really well on. I know Eddie, you and I keep talking about how we've fought off the double pack from GameStop. But I don't think you can order them.
I just saw
the
that double pack today.
You did?
On sale?
Yeah. Say what?
On sale? If you see it on sale, buy it for me and I'll pay you.
Yeah, same.
I didn't even look at price. I just saw it on the floor. They had it
Same.
on the very bottom shelf at GameStop.
One weekend I found that there was like a 20% off of collectibles they'll do, so you got to keep an eye out sometimes for that. But this wave is expected June 28th, and MSRP is around $25. So
This is the 112 line or the 7-inch line? Or?
correct. Yep.
Do you know what the Covenant or the alien dude is from? I forget what they're called because I want to say Arbiter, but that's not Arbiter.
Elite. I do not know
'Cause I
him
don't-
offhand.
I don't even know what that weapon is. It looks like an energy sword, so I'm thinking maybe this is from Infinite because I've never seen that weapon before.
I don't
Well,
know.
I don't remember them brown.
I just played Infinite, and I thought that guy, one of the main elites from that, is more of a reddish color. I don't think he's brown from what I remember in the game.
Someone said, Joey
but-
says that's Arbiter, but
Yeah, so I've heard that this is
remember.
supposed to be Arbiter,
5.
and Arbiter is going to be a little bit more expensive, $34.99. They got to fix that sword if that's Arbiter.
that's not the look of Arbiter I want though. I
No.
want Halo.
How he
3
looks in
Arbiter.
90% of the game is how you want
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, seriously. That's why I
Because-
was confused.
Right. He's only wearing this like at the kind of
From
the
Halo
beginning.
5. It's Arbiter from
Oh.
Halo 5.
That would be why. Okay, because Halo 5, honestly, Halo 4 and 5 just were offensive to the franchise, so I just threw them out of my mind. I was not. I played them all
I
on.
only played 2 and 3, man.
I didn't even
I've-
play 4.
I've played them all, and 4 and 5 were not good at all. I didn't. It really got like turned me
dude,
off of the franchise.
I think 4 is Zach and Dean's favorite one.
Unreal. No,
The
that is not
blasphemy,
a.
right?
Yes,
Jesus.
very much so. Halo 2 or 1 is for sure, or 2 or 3 have got to be the
Yeah,
best ones for
3
me.
would be for me. But that's just because I played it the most.
Yeah, I didn't like 4 and 5. I really hated the storyline of 5. It was stupid. And then Infinite was good. It wasn't
gotta
like
play
the
it
best
still.
one,
Yeah.
but it wasn't offensive to the franchise, so it was a step in the right direction.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's all we got. Marco, you want to kind of plug your channel here quick as we go through some shout outs?
I will. And Dylan, I got to get you the updated graphics here. But no, I really
yeah.
appreciate you having me on.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I
give
love
me
the old
that.
branding. No, not at all. I would just say, exclusively on our channel, you'll get to see a little bit more of the Razor Crest. You'll get to see me unbox it, and you'll get to see Gigi's reaction and her putting it up for sale. And I'm sure someone on this panel or in the group will end up with it.
To me,
There you
yeah.
go. So, but yeah, no, she came in and she was like, "Wow, it's really big," which the first time she's ever said that. So that was cool. But
My man.
yeah, so but if you wouldn't mind checking out our channel, it's 1/6fix. We're almost to 200 subscribers, so yeah, go check us out and give us a follow, please.
Congrats.
Thank you. And we've got a few more unboxing videos, and then this Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we will have SpongeBob SquareBalls on to kind of give his origin story, and then yeah, soon we'll have a lot more members of this panel and other folks in the community on.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, go check them out. Subscribe. Check out that unboxing and video of the Razor Crest. Brenton, you have any shout outs?
I know. Just shout out to you guys for inviting me on tonight. I really appreciate it.
You're damn right. You're lucky. I'm just kidding. Sean, Eddie, you guys have any last things here?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
All right. Shout out to Marco. Shout out to Brenton and Bill for popping in. So appreciate the support, and go check him out.
I was gonna say happy St. Patty's Day to everybody, and if anybody's drinking any green beer, did anybody make any corned beef today and cabbage or?
I did this weekend. I had some corned beef, so.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Nice. I fucking love corned beef, dude.
So good.
So good.
But yeah, shout out to all you guys. Thanks for all your help. Sean, you especially, you killed the show sheet for the show this week. You did a great job.
Spring break makes a lot of difference, man.
Yeah, I was kind of a pile, and then when it came time for me to actually do the work, I got sick, so I've been kind of down and out the last couple days here, so I appreciate that. Eddie, you want to fly us through the Patreon read?
Yeah, sure. We'd like to thank our lovely Patreonies. We have Sean Fear, Ian Seeby, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Gwinagiri, Lemur Hernandez, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Colley, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, Chris Letty, David Jones, Sam Gist, Daminator, Joao Bretta, Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krett, Big Fern, King Zachary V, Caesar Mariquin, Mike Cruz, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Rick DeGregorio, Alvin Jules, The Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azucena, The Illustrious Rainer, Aled Morgan, Tukatri, Wah, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC3PO, Scott Smith, Don Maton, Bola Boy, Jimmy James, Stephen Purchase, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Jesse Contreras, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Jamie Hernandez, Gigi the Judgmental, and Brenton Palmer. Pew, 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 pew.
Shout out Matt. That's my neighbor, my buddy. So I didn't even know that he was a Patreon. That's fucking awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Oh, Clevenger.
Yeah, thank all of you guys. Love all you guys. You let us do what we do and be a bunch of dorks and talk about small figures. So
Absolutely.
awesome job on the read again, Eddie. You kill that. You even kill like the jokey ones, like the ball, the ball.
I run out of breath
The what?
every time, and my breath starts shaking at the end.
I
I'm like,
I would die halfway through, bro.
Yeah, you do great. So
Thanks.
our April benefits for the Patreons, we have the network sticker, which is awesome. I don't think we've ever done that before.
No, that's cool.
So hopefully we keep that for the longer time. And then we got the Jumbo sticker. So that's what we got coming April. And then for our tiers, we got Sweet Angel at $5 a month. And with that, you get access to Ox After Dark replays and then stickers sent straight to your door. Certified Crispy at $15. You get Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge. Assisting with figure fixes by Zach. And then benefits of the previous. International postage will be charged at cost, though, for certificates. And then that goes for What a Guy tier as well. With $25 a month, you get a What a Guy exclusive Pog Deluxe set on first pledge. Doubles of all the stickers we send. And then benefits of the previous tiers. International postage above $5 will be charged at cost. So there you go there. And then just a picture of the Collecting Weekly dice we got here. Zach wanted us to
With that,
Good.
wanted us to show the picture here. So we got some there.
This is a
And then-
Patreon benefit, I think, or
Yep.
the top tier or something.
I
Yeah.
think it's like a top tier benefit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, also our YouTube channel members we want to thank. We got Mojo Z78, Absolute Irwin, Test Jess 1, DK Avenger 702, OMFG Rick, Mike Oxlong, S Beam, Andreas Saibi, Daminator, Sam Gist. Is that right?
That's what I say.
OG Fan, The Pemricas, Mark Pearson, Ben Thomas, Justin Harass, Paul Schreiber, Andrew Gibo,
That's what I say.
CC3PO, and Lemur Hernandez. Thank all of you guys as well.
Oh yeah.
And then just some things you get if you're a Patreon already. You get some some loyalty badges, and then if you're not to get those at the Peanut Gallery at $2.99. And then there's our beautiful picture of the sticker.
Hell
What are you
yeah.
laughing about, Eddie?
Marco just got it.
Oh,
The
I'm a little
Justin
slow,
one.
but I finally got it.
It's okay, buddy.
yeah. So, oh, damn it. Collecting Weekly live every Tuesday. Check them or us out at 8:30 there. Only Fools and Collecting. We alternate Thursdays. Those are our Thursday buddies. They go live in the afternoon our time though, as they're over in the UK.
Yep.
And they will be uploading, so like today, and then we will be uploading this episode on all podcast networks next Thursday. After Dark every Wednesday. And then we got the ins and outs of collecting. You guys are going live tomorrow at Eddie, correct?
Yeah. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be live at 7 Pacific Standard Time, 9 for you Central Nazis, and 10 for Eastern people. We got a couple.
Damn.
We got Pain Collectibles and Chasen will be on tomorrow. Obviously, me and John every week, and then if somebody else would like to join and talk statues, we got a couple spots you can come on in if you'd like. Just let me know.
I gotta stop being busy on Fridays because I wanna join.
Same.
But we got the Ringcast. I don't know when the next date is set up for that yet. I haven't heard anything.
Probably when the next Lord of the Rings show comes out.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say book.
Yeah.
Collecting Weekly live unboxing. That's every Monday. Bricks and Brews. I think that is the coming at the end of the month, right? I think.
Yeah, the
Sean
last
said the
Sunday.
Yeah.
It's the 28th, I think?
Yep.
7th, 27th.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Pose Wars, that is now bi-weekly, right?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
next Saturday, I think.
I think they may be switching it to monthly though.
Yeah, okay. And then we got the Live and Let Dice, and they're going live, I believe, this Saturday. And then Good Old Collectors Club, that's our newest show. Check them out. That will be next Friday, so alternating Fridays with in and outs of collecting. So,
Yep.
you got it. If you want to support us, get a T-shirt from T Republic. We got a couple designs up there. I think Zach always advises not to buy anything until they're on sale, but feel free to check in there for some. And then some of our social media, Collecting Weekly Auxiliaries, our Facebook page, our Instagram at Collecting Weekly, and then some of our funniest moments at Collecting Weekly _clips. And then make sure to follow John over at _everyday_collector, and then ins and outs of collecting. So make sure to give them all a follow. And there we go. We got our show. Flew through the last part. I wish that we could see the emojis, or the symbols when people send them over in the comments, because we can't see
I
them. They
know.
just show them typed out.
Yeah.
I want to see what they look like. But thank you everyone for tuning in. It was a fun episode. I know I was a little bit down overall, but you guys picked it up. So thanks again to all my hosts. Thanks to the chat for joining. It was a fun show. Have a good night, everyone.
Happy
Bye,
St.
guys.
Patty's Day.